What's up, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the book How to Be a Capitalist Without Any Capital by Nathan Locke. And in order to do that, Nathan says that you have to break 4 rules in order to become part of the new rich. Now, first off, I wanted to talk about why I picked up this book and who Nathan Locke is, because most people might not know who he is. I didn't really know who he was before this book. I had seen his podcast, The Top, where he talks to entrepreneurs, and so I knew like a little bit about him, but not too much. And Nathan is a young entrepreneur. He started several businesses and has multiple streams of revenue. But he's really well known for his podcast because he interviews a lot of entrepreneurs on there. So that's really what he's known for, and that's what he talks a lot about in this book. He talks about his business model for that podcast. So with that being said, why did I pick up this book? I picked up this book because I like starting small businesses and learning about small business, and that's really what this book's about. The title is How to Be a Capitalist Without Any Capital. So that sounded really interesting to me because how can you start a business with no money? And that's kind of the premise that Nathan approaches in this book. And he has a lot of good ideas in here. And that's really why I like this book, is because I like self-help in general, because it breaks you out of your everyday thinking, right? You have these continuous thoughts all day, and you might not be in a mind frame to come up with business ideas, especially if you work in the corporate world like I do. You're more in a corporate mindset, administrative type of thing, and you might want to start side hustles, but you don't have that mindset. Well, you should pick up this book because Nathan, this guy has like a million different ideas about how to create profitable business ideas. And he has these rules in here, which we'll cover in a little bit, but it's more just a good idea to see how he thinks about profitable business ideas and just ideas in general. So that's why I recommend this book. I do recommend picking it up, especially if you like to start a small business. Maybe you're considering going to college and you're not sure you want to go to college. Maybe you just want to start your own business and you don't have any money. That's kind of the target audience, is people that either want to start a side hustle or don't want to go to college and want to do their own thing. This is really the book for them, because that's what essentially he did, is that he's been an entrepreneur since he was young. He's been cranking out businesses ever since then. So even though he's young, he has like a great background and a great mindset. Like he has this mindset where he's just constantly thinking about business and ways to, hustle and make money off of every single idea and turn one idea into a million different ideas. Like his podcast, he has different businesses that just come off of that. So it is a great book. This is a great book for ideas, and then also approaches to business. He gives away tons of websites in here, like good websites for research, which not a lot of other books do. It's very detail oriented. He actually has approaches. Another cool thing in this book is if you're interested in real estate, he gives you a way to invest in real estate. It's rental income, but he has a different perspective, and he provides these calculations of how you can run a profitable real estate side hustle that doesn't require a lot of capital. That's what he says, but it's kind of hard to do what he does without any money at all. Like, you have to have some money, but you can read the book and figure it out for specifics. So with that being said, let's get into the 4 rules that he talks about that you need to break in order to become part of the new rich. Rule number 1, he says, is don't focus on one thing. And this might sound kind of weird and not helpful. It did to me at first, but then it seems kind of obvious. But if you're in that entrepreneur mindset, or you only read the headlines about entrepreneurs, they usually only have like one idea and they go all in on it, right? And then they all put their head down and code, especially software companies, right? They all put their head down and code until they can take it to venture capitalists and get capital. So he says, don't do that. Like, work on multiple ideas, work on multiple streams of revenue. For example, he has a podcast, real estate, he has software businesses, he buys businesses, he provides templates on how to buy business. So don't do what everybody else that's trying to be a billionaire is doing. Try and make money by diversifying your business ideas. Not think of it like a stock portfolio. So that was something that's really interesting and cool, and not many people are saying that out there right now. So I think that is a pretty good rule to follow or break, whichever way you want to look at it. Okay, the next rule that Nathan talks about is copy your competitors. And this is also a contrarian view because most people that write entrepreneurial books out there, and the ones I've read, tell you to do something completely different. You have to differentiate yourself. You can't be the same because people won't buy the same thing. It's a crowded market. But he says, take good ideas and then make them better. And this is where he starts providing websites and links, things like Kickstarter, Amazon, Salesforce, App Suite. Like, go on these websites, look at what's working, copy them, and then make them better. So he's like, you don't have to reinvent the wheel on everything because you can waste a lot of time reinventing the wheel trying to become the next Uber or Google. Instead, look at what's working and make it better. And rule number 3 is quit setting goals. And other people say this too, like James Altucher podcast, I mentioned a lot on here, talks about don't set goals, just become better. Just become 1% better every day. That's what James Altucher says. But Nathan says, quit setting goals to be like a millionaire. Instead, work on systems. So like if somebody's a millionaire or billionaire, don't set a goal to be like them. Look at the systems that got them there and then backtrack those systems and then make them your own systems. So look at, if you want to build something similar to Amazon, then look at the systems behind Amazon, or look at the systems behind your own business or your ideas. Figure out what's working, what's not, and improve them. And also look at your own systems and then outsource them if can be easily outsourced. And he gives examples, like for his podcast, like scheduling guests. He doesn't do that himself, he outsources it. And that increases his ability to create more content, more podcasts, and work on his other businesses. So that's why he says, focus more on systems instead of just goals, because if his goal was just to be a podcaster, then he would already be there. But it's to become, it's to become this businessman and then create all these successful businesses. And he has systems behind all of those businesses that are very similar, that he's very good at working on and improving. So that's another piece of advice that I think is really good. And his last piece of advice is sell pickaxes to gold miners. And in order to understand this, you have to know about the gold rush in the US and how when the gold rush is happening, everybody was out either mining for gold or panhandling for gold. And not everybody got rich, and a lot of people went broke and a lot of bad stuff happened. But the people that became rich and maintained their wealth were the people that were selling the pickaxes or accessories to the gold miners. And he's saying you can do the same thing now, and he does it. He has based on his podcast, he collects data on his guests, the entrepreneurs, and then he puts all that into software, and then he sells it to other businesses that might want to market to entrepreneurs. And so he's not really out there trying to create a million different business ideas. He collects data about them and sells it to venture capitalists and other people that want to use that data. And he gives other examples too, like iPhones are really popular, but you don't have to create a brand new phone because that would cost millions of dollars. Instead, you can sell accessories like you see on Amazon. There's a million different accessories, and a lot of those people make a lot of money. Or other things like Uber or Airbnb. Like Airbnb, you can create services for people that rent Airbnbs, or Amazon FBA, people that do Amazon FBA. He's not saying you should start your own Amazon FBA company because everybody's doing that. Instead, sell services or apps to Amazon FBA people. So that was another concept that I thought was unique. He's not telling you to start all these other businesses that other people are selling you online. Like if you go on YouTube or just Google, there's all these advertisements for starting your own FBA, drop shipping, all these other businesses. And he's like, no, don't fall into those traps. Instead, sell the tools, or like what these people are doing, they're selling to you, sell courses, information products in these areas, and you'll be the one that becomes rich. So those are the 4 rules of how to be a capitalist without any capital. I really like this book. If you're interested in starting your own business and like not sure where to start, or you don't have any ideas, then I really do recommend this book. I recommend researching Nathan Locke. He's very interesting. His podcast is informational as well. He started a lot of businesses. You can get ideas off of there. Like I said before, he has information about real estate, and he has tons of useful websites in this book. I'll try and put some in the description to this video, but you just have to get the book in order to get the rest. But if you're looking for side hustles and any profitable ideas, I do really recommend picking up this book. So that's my review for How to Be a Capitalist Without Any Capital. Like this video if you like the content, and make sure to subscribe to get my other book reviews. Thanks for watching.